All right, we are live. We are Black Box Radio. We are in the box. Today is the Fit Twins, and my host is sick. Diamante, I'm gonna hold it down for you, sis. I know you sick. So we're the Fit Twins. This is a segment we do, and it's the Fit Twins. She's the fit, I'm the twin.
Uh-oh.
So the fit ain't here, so we got another fit. We got to guess who's fit. So we still fit twinning it tonight. It's just that my host isn't here. So Diamante, listen, I want you to get well, feel better, get a COVID test. You sound really sick. I'm feeling for you, sis. So I'm gonna hold it up for you tonight. But the Fit Twins is a segment that I created, and me and D created together, and it highlights first of all Black women, and second of all our health, our wellness, and really to the community. Because a lot of times we talk about everything, but without health, trust me, you have nothing.
Right?
It's all about health, and wellness is what makes you more healthy. So you got to instill that in your regimen, in your life. It's important. And so the fitness segment is such a beautiful segment because we talk about the things that normally we kind of put on the back burner, or we have like a New Year's resolution. I'm gonna lose this. We never consistently keep going, and we're looking for every diet to be on. But really, let me tell you something. I don't care how much you work out, but you can't work out a bad diet. So,
That's right.
I'm clear because I'm over here with my COVID-19. So you cannot work out a bad diet. Let's make y'all understand that. You got to get your diet together. It's very important. It's very important. But tonight I'm introducing my black boxes to a wonderful lady. I mean, she's known me since I was probably about 20, 22 years old, 23 years old.
Wow.
And she used to train me. She got my first fat game together, you know, the egg whites. I remember I still got her diet. Her diet is phenomenal, guys. You eat before 7, you be 2 pounds, you lose 2 pounds a day. Look, in 2 weeks, you done lost 20 pounds messing with her. But that's how together she is. And when she gets you in that gym, you done. I promise you, you're coming out there stacked, snatched, all of that. So Sheritha is a beautiful person. She has been such a inspiration in my life because when I saw her and what she could do and how her body looked and her curves and her strength, it's just a blessing. And she is a warrior. She might be 4'9", but she walked through the world like
I,
she's 6'12".
well, I'm 5 feet. No one is not.
Like, don't be playing with that.
5 feet.
Don't be playing with them with that height. She might be 5 feet, but she walks through the world like she's 6'12". I'm trying to tell you. She is a warrior. She's tough. She's smart. She's loving. She has been just such a mainstay over the years in my life. When I was sick, she came to visit me. She's just a beautiful person. So, Sheritha, I want you to tell the people who you are, where you're from, what you do, and just welcome to the box.
Well, I'm real excited to be here. And Queen is right. I've been knowing her for a very, very long time. I believe you are what you eat. Literally. You know that commercial where you see the Cheeto beating the crap out of the guy? Well, that's most people are walking around and there is something that they're eating that they just need to let go of. Just don't even eat it because it's probably harming you and you don't even know it. You know, whenever I talk to people about their diet, that's the main thing. But my story is a long story because I come to the Baltimore, Washington. I live in York, Pennsylvania right now, by the way. This is not this is not black box. I don't think we could.
This is black as she get, y'all.
Yeah, this is it.
The black girl. This is black. The background and the people. Because she live in York, and that's like York.
And there ain't hardly there's some black people up here, but
it's like the peppermint patty. It's brown on the outside and all the inside white.
Yeah, you got that right.
York peppermint patty.
So I grew up in New York, in the Bronx. You know, Boogie Down Bronx, Halo, Cherry Washington, we all down from the Bronx. And I lived there like half my life, but I was born in Alabama. So
really? I didn't know that.
I was born in Birmingham, Alabama, in Pratt City. And I think that's where all of my that rebellion, activism. I think that's just in my blood. Like, I can't stand, racism, people being unfair, people treating other people, and all these liars that we got out here right now. I mean, it's just the country is like,
oh
the
Lord,
country needs prayer.
I done told her to introduce herself. She back to her political. Listen, this ain't Twitter. Introduce yourself.
So anyway, so I Sheritha Denise McKenzie, and professional bodybuilder for about 25 years. I competed all around the country. I've been in all the national magazines at least once or twice. I can rattle off some of my titles. I've won Miss International, Miss Maryland, Miss New York City, Miss International, the best in the world. I have beauty titles. I won Miss Black America Queens New York. The list goes. The list is endless. I mean, I don't know why I'm not damn rich. I should be.
She's a beauty queen. She's a bodybuilder.
And my man's in the background. He said, "Don't forget to tell him you won the 1991 American Gladiator Championships."
Did you?
Yes, in Baltimore City.
What?
I want to tell you that story because one night I saw this thing on TV. It said, "American Gladiators, get your application at 7-Eleven." So I woke up. I had one eye open. I get up. I said, "I'm there." The next day, I drove to 6 7-Elevens and got an application. They were down at the Baltimore Arena now, which is the Royal Farms Arena now.
Yes.
And there was 5,000 people there to try out for this gladiator. You had to do sit-ups. You had to do so many sit-ups. You had to run a 40-yard dash. And by the way, they told me I was faster than all the guys, the third fastest out of all the men, because everybody had to run together. So I aced each event. The last event, they had a simulated tackle where you had to tackle somebody, get the football and stick it in the garbage can. I tackled some big girl. I don't even know. I just know that I wanted this bad. But at the end of all the events, there was like an interview. So when I got to the interview, I had brought my resume. I brought all these pictures of me in bodybuilding magazines and all my muscle stuff. And I said, "Look, I'm a world-class bodybuilder. 2 weeks later, I got a phone call. You're in." I got in out of 5,000 people, and I won the damn thing. You didn't know that?
Listen, all the things I knew about you, I had no idea you did that.
Yeah,
on TV, all of the people be going. And
yes, I did the joust, the what, honey, the hang tough.
Yes,
I did the obstacle course, and listen, and I was hanging in there with them gladiators and the wall. I got
that damn wall.
Listen, they don't let you try out any of those events.
Oh, you just go and do it.
They feed you. They do all the wraps with the gauze and everything to wrap your joints, and everything is cold turkey. And then when you get out in the arena, everything is way up in the air. If you have time to think about it, you wouldn't do it because you are literally up in the air on every event. On the little with the Q-tip, I stayed on the joust. They didn't knock me down. I was like, it was so cool, Queen. I'm telling you, that was one of my greatest achievements, I would say.
Let me ask you about that. That segues into a question.
Okay.
Because if you did something like that, was your strength from bodybuilding, was that like a core mechanism that really helped you through that?
Oh yeah.
Because it takes agility. Derek
and I trained. We went over to the where the firefighters train to learn how. We went over there and I did different things like hanging bars and sit-ups, and because you have to have upper body strength.
Yes.
Because the
rings, yes.
Yes.
Like gymnastics, you got to be strong up here.
Yes.
Yes. Wow.
And when you fell in water. Because I thought you knew about this.
I had no idea you did this. I am amazed.
And I might have like a little video on a VHS somewhere. I need to get that and get that off of there.
That is like history. That power pellet. And what haven't you done?
A power pellet.
What haven't you done?
Not much. I mean, it's like I don't know. And I just like competing in different things. Like, to me, it's like a challenge to go in, and I want to beat you. Like, I have bowling titles. You know, I won a couple bowling events.
You're very competitive.
Yeah. And but from a good way. Like, I remember bowling. The reason I got into that was because I found out they were giving away money.
I know. I remember. You was like, "Oh, I'm getting that money."
Right. And then Derek called me one day and he said, "I bought you some shoes and a bag." I thought I had like some Louboutins and a Coach bag. I get home, I got a bowling bag and bowling shoes. And I ain't looked back ever since. We won titles together. We won like bodybuilding titles. We won Mr. and Miss Harford County, and what was the other? Mr. and Miss Chesapeake Bay.
Man.
So
you did individual beauty titles, gladiator titles. You did one with your honey. Come on, another one. What else you did? Come on.
Oh Lord. And I make bathing. You know, I was making bathing suits, and
you was making the apparel.
Yes.
Oh my Lord.
The last thing I did with my sewing skills was I was selling bowling shoe covers on eBay and to bowlers. And I was doing quite well selling. Matter of fact, I got some orders now that I need to do. But
we're gonna come back to that because we're gonna talk about this career stuff. But right now we're just trying to get acclimated with you. And so you've done all of this stuff, and it's just so, I mean, you have an amazing like zest for life. I've always seen that with you. It's like, listen, whatever you say you're gonna do, you're gonna do it, and you're gonna kill it. You're that type. You know, like I done a million things. You probably didn't see me do 3,000 things.
Yes, real estate.
Everybody say it. What else you gonna do? That, you know, because listen, I'm scared to try, not to try. So I go and try and put my foot in. Some people scared to try. I'm scared not to.
Right.
So I'm one of those people who always going to try something and see.
Well, I've always admired you because you're a little bit of me is you. The things that you do, you know,
that's true. That's true. Like I always looked at you like, you know, Sheritha is me. She's like,
we never did nothing like
you're like my inspiration. When I see you and the things you've been doing all throughout your life, I'm like, Sheritha is just so bad. She's a bad lady, just a bad lady.
He calls me the magic woman.
Ooh,
a magic woman.
You are magic. You are absolutely. And then not only that, what you gave, like, because a whole host of us went to you. Ronnie, she's been on. All my friends, Joy, we've all been to you to get our bodies together. You know,
and y'all were together.
Yeah. What was the key word in that? Were. That is the key word.
I wasn't having it.
Yeah. You weren't having it.
She was so skinny. They were telling her she looked like she was on crack.
I know you get to people and you tell them they fat and you go after and it make you be like,
listen, my thing is when you're going to a trainer, they're supposed to make you accountable. I mean, if your trainer can't get you motivated to get in shape, then they're not doing their job. I used to get angry at my trainers who worked for me when they would come to me and say, well, she won't listen. Well, you have to find a way to motivate people. You know, and sometimes it's not pretty. You know, the scale was in the front room for a reason. Like the scale wasn't off to the side.
No, you had to walk in and get on the scale.
Thank you.
I used to take everything off, y'all. I wanted to get naked. Shit. I wanted every pound I could get.
Like her bra weighed something.
Yeah, my bra. I was down to my bra and shorts. Got to do that. But yes,
I mean, I'm an old lady now. You know, I'm not no spring chicken.
I'm trying to tell y'all. Look at what you call old. Look at old.
This is old.
See, black don't crack. That's old. No. That's what they call old right there. Look at that. That's gonna kill you.
Yeah, right.
You better get it together.
Senior. Look, I get my senior discounts now.
Oh. That is a senior. Listen, I'm telling you, when you take care of yourself, this is a testament. If you eat right, you treat your body well, you look well, and you feel well. Though it's very important as we get older, your body cannot do the same things as it used to do. You have to now kind of compensate more for the trash you've been putting in it.
Yes.
So if you want to be better when you're older, when that's the time when you should be the best you can be, you better eat the best you can be, and you better move that body.
And you know, I believe the holistic thing: skin, rest, not a whole lot of alcohol, not drinking. I never really was a smoker. Now, I did a little bit of weed early on when I was, going to high school and stuff.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I got rid of that because all that did was make you eat and tired. I mean, it's like.
Yeah. What's that doing?
I think you do have to take care of your skin and your, and I don't go to sleep like in makeup. Like even if I wear it, I make sure I take all of it off my eye, all of it. But I've been using Pond's my entire life. That has been in my regimen. I still use it, and they have a new
Pond's at.
They have new Pond's now. It's in a blue. It's a dark blue top, but it's a little creamier.
Pond's done got sexy.
Yes,
ever.
And I'm telling you, I mean, and it's not expensive, but you don't need to buy. That stuff has been great. I've been using that since I was a teenager. I would buy other moisturizers, but I would always have that Pond's there too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, eating is important. Eating is about 80 to 90%.
And water too.
And water.
To flush your body. And one thing with makeup, I hardly wear it.
Yeah.
And I think the years from not wearing it as much as people wear makeup every day has been a blessing for my skin as I've gotten older.
And I do powder, not really foundation.
Not really foundation.
A light powder. I usually will align my eyes. And look, I tried the eyelash thing. That stuff get in my eyes. I can't.
Sis, I can't do that. I can't have no extraterrestrial movements. You can have that. I'll go, listen, if you don't like my lashes, you better speed on bullet, because I'm not getting no extra lashes. That's not what I'm doing. I'm more of a simple girl. We're gonna put some lipstick on and we coming for you. So that's how it is.
The lipstick works.
Oh,
but but Bodies Online was created.
Yeah, let's talk about your business. So what's your business? Talk about your business.
So personal training. I started Bodies Online because I would go to gyms and I would see people year after year look the same. Also, because of my bodybuilding, I realized people don't know what they're doing when it comes to weight training, strength training. They really don't know, the proper way to lift, or they don't have a real good routine that is going to be effective.
To get results.
Right, to get results. So Bodies Online is based off of you training your whole body 2 days a week or 1 day a week, but you're training your entire body that one day and then just eating clean the rest of the week. I mean, it really is simple as that. And if you do that, you're going to lose
weight.
2 pounds a week, 3 pounds a week.
Yeah.
I mean, people make it real they complicate it.
Yeah. Well, it's because it's money in it. They've commodified fat now, where you see all of these wellness products, you see all of these diets. It's all because capitalism takes course in everything that we do in the U.S. And so anything that is a deficit, they build an industry around it.
Yeah.
And then that industry now becomes something that's almost malicious, because you got to fight the food that's killing you and that your palate is in love with, the sugar that you're addicted to. And so we have all of these issues, and then you're getting fatter. And then now the contagion comes in and you fat. And after COVID-19, you fat because you've been in the house for 2 years and you've been very sedentary. So now we have people who have not really done much. And then a lot now is people working in their seat for hours.
Yeah, right.
So we're working differently. So you got to definitely be more active, because we don't even get exercise going to work anymore.
No, and most people are working in their kitchens.
Or they're working in the dining room. So within our whole regimen has to change, and our approach to health and wellness has to change, because technology is changing how we move, how we work, everything that we do. And so a lot of what the problem is the industry around health and around fat is so big that keeping people fat makes the industry go farther.
Well, and then they've got all these other things too. Like now we got the mirror. Yeah, I mean, do you remember what was that? The one that everybody is always on sale. I can't even think of it right now. But it was always somebody selling one of them.
Okay.
Because people go out and buy all these contraptions, and then they just hang clothes on them. They get a treadmill, then they're not really using a treadmill.
That's right.
They get a bike, but then they're not really using it. So I could see that mirror, which is probably about $2,000 or $3,000.
What
and the
mirror?
Peloton. That they got
Peloton right now ain't no joke.
Right, but the people that have them are not really efficiently using them.
Sis, I got on that Peloton and it was a friend of mine got, it's a whole new game.
Yeah, that's Peloton, like a $2,500 bike.
It's expensive. Now they got the treadmill. And and then, but that, I'm telling you, that game right there, even though it's just technology with the same stuff, they put technology inside a bike. That's really what it is. But and it's great technology. But
it's wonderful. If
now you have to pay more because you have to subscribe. You got to wear the certain shoes. You know, when you get on the bike, the shoes have to be Peloton shoes because it snaps in.
Right.
You can't wear your own sneakers. So everything for the brand, you got to buy to use it. You got to subscribe to the service. You got to buy the shoes to wear with the bike.
They want exercising to be exciting, and they want to try to have people who get bored. Because I mean, y'all know, y'all come to Bodies Online and y'all be like doing the same exercises for 20 years, but it don't matter because those exercises work.
They work.
They're there for a reason.
Yes.
So it's not about boredom. It's about you getting in there 1 hour, getting a routine, and getting out nobody's got all day to be working out.
But we spoil. And so we got to have all these little trinkets around what we do. So anything that we do intentional, we got to be entertained.
Well, stepping went away. You know why step went away? Because then it was blowing out people's knees.
Whoa.
All that stepping. You notice you don't hear about stepping no more.
But I know a guy that's doing. I know a few people who they stepping up a storm right now, sis. They got classes.
But it's not good for your knees over time and your hips.
Really? They did. You know what they do? They do hip hop extreme and they be dancing. And
now that's a little different because it's sort of like
they're doing a lot of hip hop with it, music. It's really entertaining.
It's like a Zumba.
Yeah, it's like a Zumba with a step. But that ain't. I just want to work out. Right now, I'm riding my bike. Like today, I rode my bike. I rode my bike yesterday. I ride around the city, up the hills. So I'm really into that right now. And it's really been a good process because I can see the city and it slows the city down. I really look at the city now.
Right.
And, while I'm on my bike. So I'm loving that. But now it's getting cold. So I got to find an alternative because I rode it today. It was a little nippy.
Yeah.
It's a little nippy. So I got to find another way. So you had SherithaS Bodies online. So what was next?
What do you mean? What was next?
So didn't you have another gym after Bodies Online?
I had 3 locations. Sheritha's private gym out in Bel Air, which I don't think you ever saw that one.
I never saw that. Okay.
And I had 3 locations prior to all of this madness with the housing crisis and and now COVID. But I had to shut them down because people were losing their houses and jobs and. Mm-hmm. So now I just have the one.
The one, okay.
Down
and that's still in the city?
Yes, it's on Hartford and Cold Spring.
Hartford and Cold Spring.
Down from Morgan State.
So tell the people what you offer so if someone want to access your service and how to get in touch with you.
Okay, now I had a website, but it is not up anymore because I'm actually working on revamping it. Okay. And actually I'm trying to get some government money so I can expand my business. Because it really needs to be expanded, and I would love to franchise down the road because the concept is already there. I mean, everything is already worked out. If you want to get in touch with me, you could call me. I mean, I'm taking people Monday, Saturday, and Thursday down at the club, and we're doing one-on-one workouts, private COVID test. You have to have your vax card to show that you've been vaccinated. And I'm doing hand washing when you come in, temperature checks, and when clients leave, I'm wiping everything down in between. But I'm only taking 1 client per hour now. We're not doing that group, having 4 and 5 people in at a time. Mm-hmm. I've gone back to my one-on-one roots. Okay. Because, with COVID, we don't want to have everybody up all together.
Sure. But you can put out some way to get information like your email,
Sure.
So exactly, you can write that in the chat, but also tell people your email just to get in touch with you because the number one thing is some people, a gym can be daunting to some people. They want to do one-on-one and they want to learn how to actually work out before they work out.
This is definitely one-on-one. It's private. Just me and you or you and the trainer. Nobody else.
No one else.
No one else. And I put
a lot of people looking for that, you know?
Yeah, and I put you on an eating plan, which you have to stick to. I weigh you every single week.
Yeah.
We do a before and after picture if there is an after. Hopefully we're gonna get an after. I'll put my phone number in here too.
Yeah, okay.
You guys, if y'all want to call me, don't be messing around now. I'm serious. I don't have time for no nonsense.
Oh Lord, see, y'all hear it. Here she coming.
Like if you really want to work out, call me. Don't be calling me messing around. I sell packages of visits. Okay. If you want to pay as you come, it's gonna be $50 an hour. That's meaning if you pay every time you come. If not, I have some packages I can roll out. When you call me, I can email you a package.
Okay. So you have packages available. This is a one-on-one service. Body's online. She's putting her information in the chat. And also, before we get off, she's going to tell us exactly what her information is. All right. So you've done all education. You educated up to yin yang. So let's talk about a little education. What have you done in that realm?
Oh my God. I have started a doctoral program in business management at the University of Arizona.
What did you start with? So you started with a fashion, right? AA or something?
Yes, I went to Fashion Institute of Technology in New York, and I was on track to get my associates from there. But then when I moved to Baltimore, I finished it at the Community College of Baltimore. I ended up getting a fashion merchandising associate because they didn't have fashion courses. Because Baltimore is not really like
a fashion spot.
Not really. So, and then from there I went to Morgan and I switched because I believe that you should not get all of your education in one thing. So I switched to communications and telecommunications, minoring in radio and television. Oh, wow. And so my undergrad from Morgan is radio, television, telecommunications, which was broadcasting and all that kind of stuff.
So you're right in your element.
Yes, that was my element. And then I went into and I did a news radio for Dorothy Brunson. I worked at her station doing news a little bit. And by the way, she passed. She went to Philly. She moved everything to Philly. And I think she has since passed on.
Okay.
Yeah, she was big time here in the Baltimore area. Okay. Dorothy Brunson back in the day. So then I decided I was going to get MBA. And what happened was I was working at Nordstrom's as a manager. So instead of getting a promotion in Towson, they shipped my butt all the way down to Tyson's Corner. So doing that drive, going back and forth, that was like an hour and 15, 20 minutes to get to work every day there and back. I had to drop statistics, I must admit, kicked my butt. And they told me I had to take it over. So then I switched out of the MBA program into a publications design and creative writing, which was like graphic design, how you put together magazines and publications, and then graphics with, doing InDesign, PowerPoint, those programs, and learning how to use a Mac, which was great because Mac and PC are two different technologies. And then, so after I got my MA in that, I just recently decided I was going to get a doctorate because I think with Dr. McKenzie, with a doctorate, people listen. I want to write books, and I really want to really tackle female discrimination in corporate America, especially Black women.
We're coming back for that. We are coming for that. I told you we're going to talk about that. Ooh, you about to start something here.
Oh Lord.
Okay, so you're working on your doctorate right now.
Yes.
Okay, and so you would love to be an author. That's next.
Yes, I want to write books and actually create a space where I can either help women who are being discriminated against at work, educate them, because it is really huge. The microaggressions, the things that happen in corporate, because I've experienced that with all of my experience in education. I hate to say it, but the white universe, they don't feel that if you haven't done it, you can't do it. That's how they kind of look at you. And they look at what you're doing now. They don't ever take into consideration what you have done or the whole person when they're hiring. They look at, okay, if you're not a director of this or a vice president of that, then you don't have a right to come in as a VP or a director because you haven't done it. That's how they look at it. But they're not looking at the whole person.
Yeah, they're not looking at the context of what you do.
No.
And listen, we got to understand is that the folk that we're going to ask for hiring, they don't have any relationship with who we are.
Right.
And that's just what it is. And so when you have to continue to prove yourself to someone that you're worthy or that you're valuable,
right,
then whatever you had before doesn't matter because they want to see what you're coming with at the door.
Right.
And so the process now is how do we flip that? How do you now say, okay, what can I do outside of these systems that's been created that's not working? Because you have Black women who are the most educated in the country.
Yeah.
And literally not being employed, making less money than the least educated, and having to vie for jobs as the only one. So you come into a system and you're the most educated and they have one spot for one minority. So they can make sure that they're not hit for that diversity. You know, they hired that one. So they hit us. So it's like a crab. People talk about crabs in a barrel. The natural habitat of a crab is not a barrel. Someone has to put them in the barrel.
Mm-hmm.
So I tell people all the time, they said people like crabs in the barrel, but who created the damn barrel? That's what you got to look at. Not that crabs, because crabs' natural movement is to get out the barrel.
And the funny part, from my life is I have always been the only Black girl in the barrel. Like all the jobs, when I managed a spa lady, I was the only Black manager out of all the clubs around Baltimore City.
Yeah.
And I was like, why is that? Well, I asked a white friend of mine why I was the only Black girl, and they told me that I was lucky.
You was lucky.
Not that I was, not because I had.
Not that you were phenomenal and that you intrigued us and we had to have you. You're lucky to be there.
Yeah,
and that's really
and that's how they look at us.
Yeah,
like it's a luck thing. It's not, but we are really. I mean, I know I'm bad. Nobody has to tell me that I'm bad.
Y'all listening, right?
And that's why I started Bodies Online, because we have to have our own, just like you doing your Black Box Radio. We have to create our own. I mean, I think that more Black people need to start thinking about how can I empower myself and do something that's strictly yours. You make all the decisions.
Yep.
You make all the creative decisions, and then you run the world when you're doing your own thing.
That's where it is the movie has been taught. And from the beginning, when we go to school, is how to become a worker and how to be a good worker and how to behave and how to listen.
I'm here to tell you that don't get you nowhere.
I'm here to tell you that that's over. That technology is going to make school a dinosaur. Let's be clear. We have something boundless, something that's ageless, something that can get anywhere in the whole world. That is something that we all can apply in our own way. We can put our stink on technology, our own personal stink, and it could be something that no one else has done. So we all can be valuable in this space. So we have to learn now how to be technical and understand that these jobs that we're vying for, they're not giving it to you.
No.
These spaces that we want to be in, you're not getting in that space because they're going to make one space for one of us.
Yeah.
So, and that's what the system has always done.
And there's no room for two. Even when I was bodybuilding, we had Carla Dunlap, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she was the other Black bodybuilder, and it was me. And then there was one other girl, but we were the ones that were getting all the press, all the public, but it was only two of us. Yep. But now she was on a different level, and they couldn't have both of us be on the same. So it's amazing how racism and all of this stuff. It's in everything. It's in everything.
It's in the fiber of the country. And so people, and we're trying to make this thing work and not understand that this patriarchy, this hegemony, this all of these things that's baked into this system, it is there to stay, and it's there for a reason. The system is set up to work this way. We're like, well, why is it so unjust? Because that's how it's set up. It's not set up to help you and have you be a part of it. That is not the setup. And so since we know that and we recognize that, it's like, you're not going to change that. What you got to do is change you.
Yes.
And change your approach and understand that they created something else called technology. And that thing don't have no requirements. As actually, it's not going to have any school requirements after a while, because you can have your portfolio and not been to school at all. And if you did 10 successful websites, you got a job.
Yes. No,
so
you're right.
Things have changed. Yes. Let me tell you, technology is going to make, and I'm college educated, but college is going to be a dinosaur.
Yeah, it's going away.
It's going away because no one's going to spend that amount of money.
It's too much. Listen.
And then you can't even pay. You can't even get your life for it because you got to pay debt. You're in debt.
I'm going to shout out to the companies that do pay for you to go to school. But I was going to get my doctorate because Comcast was footing the bill. Okay. Ooh. And $2,500 a class. Okay. Who has money? Who has that money to get a doctorate? $2,500. It's set up so I was gonna say your black ASS don't get in there.
Oh, you might as well say it. Black ass. You done spelled it.
That's why they don't want you. They ain't trying to
set up because you can't even afford to play. You know, like I look at Ronnie. Ronnie took 8 years to get a doctorate. 8 years.
8 years.
8 years of your life to get a doctorate to beg for tenure. Are you kidding me? 8 years, damn it! You giving me tenure and everything.
I don't want no tenure. I just want to write books and have the doctor in front of my name, so people, it just gives you that one extra.
I hear you. Well, if that's extra, well then I'll never be extra. Because I ain't getting shit. This is it.
All good.
This is it. But I get it. I understand. And,
and if I don't get it, my life don't end because, Bodies Online is going to continue to thrive. I mean, it's
still
really
can write a book.
Look, I don't get some of Biden's money that they give it away now. I'm ready to get, because I've really been doing this financial thing with my own money. And now it's time for me to really, really get my business plan and everything solid, so I can go after the some real money.
That rescue plan money.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you have the business and your business established. You should be able to access it in some way. But understand that your dream. We've been taught that the more educated, the more viable we are. Write the damn book, and if the book is fly, they're gonna buy. You hear me?
Yeah.
Write the book. So don't let anybody, because I'm trying to tell you, in our lifetime, education was king. It will not be in the next 15 years.
No. Well, here's why it's not king. And I've been in this situation a lot. You get in these jobs and then your manager don't even have a degree.
I'm clear. Shit. Clear.
But somebody gave them a chance. That's all that is. But when I walk in the door, I got 3 degrees already, and you can't take a chance on me though.
No. I know, and it's unfortunate, but we got the system is baked that way. Yeah. Now, where I work in the medical field, you gotta have some type of degree. You gotta be skilled. So that is, but still, we all have the same degree, even the managers, but they're not gonna let you be a manager.
No.
And we have the same degree. But no, you on the bench and I'm the manager. So it's still always, you have to fight to go higher.
Yeah, it's always something they'll tell you, you're not a critical thinker, or you need to work on your leadership skills. And
you're too confrontational.
Yeah.
You're too rebellious. You talk too much. You're too social. It's always you too something.
You too something.
Yeah, but y'all two could go to hell. That's what you have to say. Because it's getting to a point where the assault on how great you are, you cannot keep going to get assaulted.
No, you can't. It's too
you have to. Yeah, you got to create your own space. And people act like, it's not happening, but it is. And it's been generations of this same movement. You go do what you're supposed to do. You get the education. You do what you're supposed to do. You spend the money, and you go and you put that on the table. And they change the requirements. Oh, well, then you need this.
Yes.
Are you that? It's then you need this. Oh, then you need this certification. It is always moving. They always move.
Yeah, they move the goalpost.
The goalpost continues to move, and so that is not because the job changes. It's because it's a personal change in the people who run the job. Because the job is the damn same.
Yes. And whatever it is you're doing on that job, they can teach it to you or show it to you.
If they wanted to, they could teach you. They teach their children, they teach their friends, they teach their family. So we just have to understand that this is the way it is. But the question is, how are you going to be?
Right. How are you going to be in the world?
And how are you going to adjust? Because life, no one tells us, but life is a series of adjustments.
Yes.
That's what it is. And so if you adjust the way that you think, and we got to turn the movie off. The movie's in its credits.
And it's in our attitudes and how we see ourselves in the world.
True.
Around, and once you got an attitude that you could do anything, you pretty much can move mountains, and get what you want.
I always say self-esteem is the first building block. And one thing Black
and are you happy? I remember somebody saying to me, why are you so damn happy all the time? That's because I got my mind and ego and everything, all that's in check. I mean, I don't need you to validate who I'm being or who I am, because I'm happy in my own skin. And when I put my mind to something, like right now, the thing is, okay, Bodies Online, it is really time to blow up 2022.
I love it. I know. You know what? I've always known when you put that head to the right, people in trouble. When that head go like that, everybody's in trouble out here. So listen,
it's all good.
I expect great things from you all the time because you've always done great things. So when we talked offline, I was like, listen, Bodies Online should be online. Because you started that.
Yes.
You were the personal trainer center that I knew as a Black woman. I didn't know.
I've been trying to tap into some of this whole, the virtual personal training. And I need to get definitely on track with that.
Well, definitely my co-host. I wish you guys had met because she's doing a lot of virtual training. She's a certified.
I'll get to meet her. Does she have a class I can try out and join?
She does have a class. She does a 7 a.m. class. I'm going to send you the link.
Okay.
Yeah. She does have a class. So
that'd be awesome.
So you guys can hook up because she really wanted to talk to you because she's a certified personal trainer and and Amadi, please get well. Get well. That's the most important thing. Get well. So let me ask you a question. So you're saying Bodies Online is where you're going next so the education piece, you're going to kind of just get your doctorate, write books, do that. So what do you see when it comes to health and wellness in this technology space? How do you see yourself growing in that?
I'm thinking that, I could probably train a whole bunch of people. You know what I mean? I hadn't thought about exactly, because with the weight training, that piece, you need equipment. So I had thought about, I don't know if I want to share it to the world yet, but I have thought about some little mail order piece to my business where they could have the unit that they need to work out.
Got it.
Something like that.
Well, if that's weight training, but if someone just wanted to, they can absolutely have like hand weights,
jump rope,
a chair, jump rope,
body bands.
Exactly.
My whole thing is the strength training though.
Okay.
The whole, you can't get that whole body thing without some iron.
Yeah. So that's the thing with the one-on-one works, because they're in the gym with you and you're actually carving them out and you have this and you can actually
and that can be replicated. Once I have my trainers in place, my thing is to open up Bodies Online in all the major cities like Atlanta, Philly, New York, and have, and franchise the thing once it gets, because it just needs to be. Remember Daniel Barry, Figure Salon, and what was that lady? The white lady that had the fitness.
Well, I know it's one Brick
Bodies. And her and I did a video before when they weren't Brick Bodies. Me and Lynn Brick did a video together years ago. before her husband, because her husband was like, was the president of Maryland Physical Fitness Council.
He's the money man.
And that's how then they bought Padonia Fitness, which is how they got that whole brick bodies and all that. My thing is really different because it is private and one-on-one. Because I can open clubs everywhere. I don't really need big facilities. We don't need to be in malls. We don't,
Yep.
So
you can be anywhere and thrive. And I think people are looking for that boutique session.
Yeah. I like that. The boutique.
Yeah, it's a boutique session where you go in and you don't have to worry about judgment because it's just you and your trainer. And if you're not doing it all right, then the trainer knows, you don't feel like someone's watching you. You know that you're focused on your
and you know what, quite frankly, with COVID and everything running around now.
Thing.
Yeah.
It's a good thing. That boutique workout is what's up. You better get that boutique open. I'm trying to tell you. Because before you go to the dress store, you got to be able to fit the dress, damn it.
Right. And it really works. I mean, my clients after 1 week see a difference.
I got the testimony out here. I know it. I did it, y'all. I'm telling you. Her service works.
Yes.
It absolutely.
I'm pretty proud of that, what I built.
It
absolutely. And I don't even have to call people. Like, I know I was home for a year and my phone just started ringing. Sheritha, you coming back? Sheritha, you what?
You know why? Because every time they wake up, that fat be on their bed, like, oh, where's Sheritha? Real talk. And especially when it get closer to summer, we like beers sometimes, but wait till about March.
Yeah.
Oh, you better be open. Because April, May, June.
But it's really good to start working on it in January, and then by March.
People got their little New Year's resolutions. You get some money out of that.
Yeah, right. I usually get a couple new clients around that time.
So you got to think about it. I think that is something that you really should look at, is because you're really good. And not only that, because a lot of times you go to trainers and their body don't emulate what they're teaching you. How about that? Right. Let's talk about that. But always a person could look at you and be like, "Oh, she knows what she's doing." let me.
I'm still in my size 4s.
Look at that. So a senior size 4. Lord have mercy. That's that.
But I practice what I preach. I mean, I'm not saying that I don't eat certain things, but I eat in moderation, and I'm always monitoring what I eat. And I eat 3 meals a day. I'm not a snacker. Everybody wants to snack. Snacking is the worst thing because you got to realize your calories are important. That's what is your that's what gives you energy, is your calories.
Yeah.
So you got to watch how many you eat, because the ones that you don't burn, you store.
Ooh. And when you store,
it's fat.
I was about to say that's a pocket, and it ain't a hot pocket neither. Yeah, and that's the issue. Is first of all, you have got to kind of know the mechanics of weight and what it takes to be at a certain way, and the work. The problem that we live in a country where no one wants to do any discipline. There's no work.
Right.
I cut it out, or I'll cut my staple.
They want to do the Atkins diet, or they want to fast. And that's not sustainable, though. You can't live off of that.
That's true.
So you have to develop a regime: breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and then you have to make sure that you're not overeating when you eat in those meals. And I'm not saying, and what you eat is going to be important. Yeah. Fish and chicken and, and bacon and broiling, and not a lot of salt, not a lot of sugar, not a lot of creamy stuff. You can't have fruit. Like one of my clients had breakfast. I said, "What did you eat?" She said, "An apple." And she had 2 apples. I said, "Why the hell did you have to eat 2 apples? Why didn't you eat just 1 apple? Like 2?
Yeah, you scared me.
I mean, it's, first of all,
because it's full of sugar,
Right. It has to be put in perspective.
Yeah.
Because if you're eating a lot of fruit, you're going to gain weight.
Whoa.
I mean, it's healthy, but it should be in perspective. Maybe you have it with your breakfast, but then maybe you have it in between dinner and going to work out. But you can't like snack.
Yes.
You have to eat your 3 meals a day, 4 meals a day, and that's it. All that snacking is what gets people fat. Like, what's in that damn cup?
Water.
One of my clients came in and she had Coca-Cola in her cup.
No, I don't drink soda.
No, I know, but I was just sharing that.
Yeah, this is water. Yeah, but a lot of times when my folks who be on, they have their brown liquor moments. So they got their I don't drink.
Yeah,
so,
I get you.
Yeah, I stopped drinking and I stopped eating meat. I'm just trying to listen. I'm trying to stay here, and
I can't get rid of chicken.
You can't.
No.
Let me say that yard bird will call you. He used to call me at night.
The chicken?
The yard bird. He used to call me and say, "Why you give me it?" Because it's a hard thing to give up.
Yeah,
it's the hardest meat that I gave up, but it's been a great thing. So I don't miss it no more.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't miss it. It took a while, but I don't miss it anymore. But it was really hard.
But my thing on that is we are made of meat. So I kind of don't want to get rid of meat because it's like we're made of meat.
Okay.
So I kind of almost feel like you got to have some meat.
The gorilla is the strongest beast on earth, and it's a vegan. It does not eat meat.
Okay.
The strongest.
Oh, I'm not,
being on earth, a gorilla, and it never eats meat.
I ain't giving up my meat. I ain't even going to even act like I'm going to be a vegetarian.
I'm just telling you. People say, well, I'm going to get weak, but the gorilla don't get weak. He's the mighty man of the jungle, and all he eats is trees. So we got to look at that. I mean, I'm not saying anything is wrong with eating meat. I ate meat all my life, but it's just what you want to do. I just know that it was better for me, and there's nothing wrong with it. I know
a lot of people that are vegan or vegetarian. Now, why don't you differentiate? What is the difference between the vegan and a vegetarian?
Well, the problem is I'm not good at neither. So I try to stay out them differences. Vegan is very strict. Vegetarian, you do a lot of, some people eat fish and then they.
Right. A little tuna.
Yeah. You eat things that might eat some soy products. But vegans are usually pretty strict with their diets, very clean. I'm neither because I don't really I still eat eggs. That is not a vegan movement, but it's my favorite food. But them egg whites and that banana has been my staple for years. You started me on that, and I haven't got rid of that ever. Whenever I get what I don't like, I go straight back to that egg whites and the banana in the morning. I got that from you, and I've never given it up. I just had it yesterday. So that's something I still eat. I learned that from you, and I still eat that, and because it's a great start of my day, and it's light. But
you can't be oatmeal now. Oatmeal in the morning.
I've never eaten oatmeal, so I don't.
Really?
Never. No, I don't like how it looks.
Okay.
Yeah, yes. I've never eaten oatmeal. So I've always eaten, I try to eat the best I can. I think and I said earlier, no amount of workout can quell a bad diet.
Well, for you guys out there, if you did let's say 2 or 3 egg whites in the morning, a couple strips of turkey bacon, some hot tea, and if you don't sweeten it with too much sugar, but if you don't, like Splenda or Equal.
Or guave.
And a piece of fruit, that's a decent breakfast. Or something like Cheerios with skim milk in the morning and a piece of fruit. Then at lunchtime, have your dinner at lunch. Like maybe if you're going to do brown rice, and if you are doing meat or beans, do that. And then at night, try to do just a light salad. And if you eat like that,
I promise
you will lose weight.
I'm here to tell you.
Simple as that.
Eat before 7 too. That before, because she says make me eat before 7. Listen, I promise you, between 8 and 2 in the morning is going to kill you. But once your body gets used to it,
you'll get used to it.
You will get used to it because the food gonna call you.
And lastly, I'll leave you with to lose weight, you need to be a little bit hungry.
Ooh.
Because, you should have a little bit of growl every now and then because people are just full. It's got to be full all the time. Because I always equate that hunger with your burning fat.
Could you do why you got to do full like that? They got to be full. But yeah, that's true. People, you try to. I got to get full. They want to burp. They want to take their pants loose.
Yes. And it's just crazy.
And then you be sleeping, call it niggeritis. I'm sick of us. But yeah, we definitely gotta change in 2022 how we approach diets, food. And food has gotten worse. I mean, we got more restaurants, more fast food out here. more elections to eat horrible.
And we don't eat out a lot, Derek and I.
That's
cook
good.
all the time.
I cook a lot too. I don't like to eat from no one's hand, especially when there's a contagion around.
Yeah,
I don't like eating from nobody's hands. That's really hard for me. When the first year of the pandemic, I didn't eat out at all.
No, we didn't either.
We just started
a little creeping.
Yeah, I just started creeping. Yep. Because I was so afraid somebody sneeze and they'll be reading my obituary. No, sir.
And we got to be a little diligent right now too, because everybody's talking out the side of their mouth with this pandemic. Like, we don't know, we got back, but you can still get it. It's not over.
Listen, I've worked and I've had positives. There's still people with COVID and getting it. I do it every Saturday. I see it. So don't think it's gone. It's here. But the process is the media now works in tandem with all of the other agencies, and they don't talk about it anymore. And they think about it. They don't talk about it. It's not happening. And so that's why things are so contrived in this country.
Well, everybody done took their masks off too.
Yeah, no one tells the truth. And then that's why we keep things going. Yeah, and everybody wants to be vaccinated and act like they don't have it. So the unvaccinated is with the vaccinated. It's a mess. And it's about to get cold. So we're going to see. I'm
not trying to look. I haven't had it and ain't trying to get it.
Me neither. I'm trying to stay away from it. So I'm trying to stay away from it. So you're in York.
Yes, York, Pennsylvania.
Because you used to live in Baltimore. So tell me.
Actually, we were living in Harford County.
Before that, though, you were in Baltimore, right?
When I first moved to Baltimore. No, we never really lived in Baltimore.
Except you always was out. That's right. You was always far away.
So always in Harford, in Joppatown.
Joppatown. So now you like Pennsylvania?
I just like living here. I'm not going to say I like Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania's okay. There ain't really nothing to do up here. They just opened a casino, but they don't have nothing up here.
Okay, so it's good living for your money. It's a good bang for your buck.
Yes.
Yeah. Because she's sitting in a mansion, y'all. Don't get it twisted. Don't you get it twisted. You see that little tree there, you think ain't no house behind her.
The story. Derek set my little
devil is a liar. That house
he set me up when I came home. He had put my little backdrop up. I was like,
go ahead, D.
I know that he's something else.
Yeah, I see he got the greenery, but let me make y'all clear. That's a mansion right there. Don't be thinking that she ain't got no house because you see that little tree hanging on the side. It's not.
Just my little video setup.
That's right. She in York for a reason.
Well, actually, it is cheaper to buy houses up here than it is, because we were going to buy in Bel Air, and then up here was a whole lot cheaper. Yeah. I mean, we talking 400 to 600, same house.
Like 200,000. That's a big
that's
difference.
A lot. Yeah,
that's a lot. So I can see that makes sense. And what's going on? I tell anyone right now, pick up a piece of property. I don't care where you are. It is something that we have to really focus on.
Yeah.
God is not making
owning something.
Own something.
Yeah.
God is not making any more land. This gentrification is real.
Yeah.
And if you can get a nice big house, get it.
Yes.
That's why they make cars. You can move around, but get you some property.
Yeah.
And so I tell everyone that is the way to go. If you want to be sustainable in this society, you need something to leverage.
Yeah, that's true.
And so it's important for us to own land. Very, very important. So we almost been here an hour chopping it up. This feel like old times.
Well, I haven't seen you in a year or a year and a half, maybe 2 years now.
It's been a minute. It's been an absolute minute. So it's always good to connect with you. I'm telling you.
I know, right? I enjoyed our little black box time.
We gotta have that. Listen, when you get that book,
right?
You need to bring that book back.
I really need to put a manuscript and start writing.
That's it.
Like you said, I don't need to wait till I get the doctorate.
I don't know what that means. What the hell that mean? People writing books all the time. They ain't got nothing.
Right?
If you write something, it's going to be valuable. And then now they got ebooks. Books go all over the world. It's not like it used to. You write a book and it stay right in your little world. No, no, no. You put books on Amazon, it be in Sri Lanka somewhere, and they reading.
Well, that's true.
And can't even say your damn name. You talk about doctor. They can't say your damn name, but they reading. They know what's in that book. So you got to understand that you don't. These requirements that we think we needed.
Yeah, we don't need them.
That's the movie, and the movie is in its credits. You can do anything now. You can self-publish that book, distribute it yourself, all via the internet. In your little mansion. That's what I'm talking about. Right with your tree. Right under the tree. Really, because, and then we also have a segment on Black Box called Creating a Vibe.
Oh, okay.
It's for creatives. It's for authors, dancers, directors, anybody who's creating their space. We give them a space for them to bring either their product. They might be a singer.
Okay.
They might, so creating, we would love to have your book on. Write the book.
Okay.
Definitely write the book. Don't worry about doctorates. Write the damn book.
Right.
Because the content is more important than what's in front of your name, for sure.
That's true.
Yeah. What you going to write about?
I just told you.
No, you didn't.
Discrimination against
and
the workplace.
You better, I'm going to buy that right now. You better, let me put my deposit. You better write that book. Because that's happening. That's happening.
And I would also like to do some kind of Black woman's fitness manual or something too. Because
I think that would work. Because somebody need to write something about our Black girl dip. The dip between the back and the butt. I call it the dip. You got the dip. That dip. If you don't take care, that dip will come back to bite you. So somebody need to talk about the Black girl dip and how we keep our dip healthy. Because my dip was hurting. And you know what my physical therapist told me to do?
What?
To build my core. And he said, if you build your core, I got it. I started planking.
Yeah.
If you build your core, he said, your back will have support. And I changed my my mattress to a firmer mattress.
Yeah, that's another thing.
Because I love them soft mattresses, but I
don't think about their mattress.
Yeah, the mattress.
That'll do a number on your back.
He told me change your mattress because I've always had soft, so I love soft. So they got the soft, hard mattress. I don't know what it's called, but it's a nice mattress. It has a pillow top, but it's still firm.
Right.
Yes. So I got that mattress and I worked on my planking, and that pain went away. He was like, your core is weak. When your core is weak, most of the time your back has no support.
Yeah, your lower back and your pelvic area all
this dip,
interrelated.
Yeah, they're all interrelated. And so when he told me that, I really did it and it worked. So
awesome.
And a lot of times, because Black women, we tend to have some butt and maybe a smaller waist, and it gets some pressure in that dip.
Yeah.
And so it's not everybody has. That could be a chapter in the book because not everybody got that chapter. Some people that they got to pass that chapter, but us, we got that chapter. But that was one of the things is we don't understand that you could build another part of your body to support the part that's weak and hurting. And when you do that, then you give it support within your body structure.
Right.
And that was just planking. And at first I was trying to do plank for, then DMI, my partner said, do 10-second planks. She said, do it for 10 seconds. Go down for 5, get back for 10, and then you could do it longer. So I started to be able to do a minute and 20, but 10, 5 seconds, back up. Then to keep there and start shaking and then have bad posture.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? To do it in increments, and you can do it farther. So I follow my, it's good to have good people around you to give me good advice. And it helped, so
awesome.
This body can do so much if we understand it.
Yes, that's true. Yeah, that's the whole thing is understanding it.
That's true. And I go to the gym sometimes, and I see from working with you, a lot of people don't understand the weights. They don't understand.
Nah, I don't know what they're doing. The poor things.
It's no class in that though. People just go to the gym.
Yeah, I know. They don't know what they're doing.
That should be one of the things. I've never known anybody do instruction manual on how to work out. It should be done. A virtual or even virtually show people how to work out, how to do
Yeah, Derek was telling me I needed to start a YouTube channel based on talking about bodybuilding and stuff.
I think it would work, and then people see you, they would. If you're still in the shape that you still wearing a force, I know you're still in good shape. Yep, and you put on some of that gym wear, they done. They be added to what we do. I mean, you should do it because the world is so visual now.
Yeah, it is. That's true.
And these YouTube channels are being monetized, sis.
Yes.
So that is people are getting rich off YouTube, getting
I know
$20,000, $15 checks a month from YouTube. So that's a way to make money, and which was something you're good at. 70 titles, someone's going to stop and look. So think about it. So you got a lot you're doing over there.
Yes, I know. It's overwhelming too. You got to pick and choose.
Well, at least you got cheerleader because Derek he's always
he is. Yeah, he's always in my little corner, ain't he?
Yeah, he's a cheerleader, and that's a good thing to have. Somebody who care about your outcome.
Yeah, right.
And I'm telling you, since I met you, it's been a Derek. I'm telling you,
he's been there, ain't he?
I'm telling you,
43 years.
What?
I know. I hate to even tell anybody. It's so long.
Y'all been together 43. Wow.
We never broke up. From the day we met.
Together 33 years when my father died. And y'all have been together 10 more years than that.
We met when I was 19 when I met.
Almost old as me. Whoa. Yeah, that's beautiful. That you've been able to cultivate a relationship that long. Some people can be together 14 seconds. Wow. That's a testimony right there. It was
a blessing when we met because I was praying to meet somebody, a life partner. And there he was.
And you met
God dropped him right there, right in we met at a club in New York.
You met in New York?
At a club. Yep, at a club. Because he was there for a modeling competition. And Grace Jones was in the contest. She wasn't even a star at the time. And he won best television commercial reading, and she won something else. And so when we met, we already had things in common because I was modeling in New York and doing all the fashion shows and things, and we met. And so since then, now we bodybuild, bowl. We had a lot in common when we met.
Y'all do things together. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think that's the mark of a good relationship too.
It is.
That's for another show, but you got to have a partner, no matter, he, she, her, whatever, whoever your partner is.
That's true.
You're going to have things in common.
That's the truth. If not, you're doomed.
Yeah.
It's going to be very hard for you. And with this technology, people check out quick.
Yeah.
So if they don't feel fulfilled, they go right on and they start dating on the internet. I'm like, why they do it? People check out quick. So you definitely got to have some compatibility at the door or it won't last long.
Really. And I look at that, all of that as a blessing, like my whole life, as a blessing,
Good.
And to have good health too. That's a whole nother.
And I know you look like you're in great health. I'm looking at your skin. That Pond's is doing big things over there. That Pond's is taking care of business. So listen, we're an hour and 8 minutes in.
We can go forever.
You doing it. I want you to leave a jewel with the people. Leave something to inspire. Leave that Sheritha's jewel.
Okay, my jewel is you are what you eat. You are what you think. And as long as you believe that you can do something, then you will basically figure out how to do it. But you got to really believe. And I think the belief is the faith part. Having the faith in yourself. Because you can't look to other people to actually lift you up all the time. We have to lift ourselves up. We have to believe in our own power.
That's amazing. I think you've used that in your life.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. Because one thing I know, you believe.
Because I reject people telling me you can't, you can't, or telling me no, or well, who are you to tell me no? I'm gonna figure out a way to actually make it a yes or get it.
Yes.
You told me no. That's your story. That's not mine. So.
Wow. And that's resilience. That's what will keep you. You got to be resilient in this thing, because being Black.
Be honorable too. Like,
Yes.
stand by your word. Your integrity is all you have.
Yep.
Tell the truth, and even speak the truth. Somebody asks me if something cute, I'm going to say, no, it's ugly. If it's ugly, I'm not going to tell you it's cute.
Really, Sheritha?
No, I just believe that you need to be honest with
But sometimes,
people.
come on.
Sometimes, but not, you got to be careful though, because that stuff comes back to bite you. Then you'll be in a situation you really didn't want to be in.
But you can't be hurting people's feelings. Sometimes you got.
I'm not saying hurt people's feelings. I'm saying
somebody tell you it's cute and you don't think it's cute. I'm like, if you like it, I try not.
Okay, that's a nice way to do it.
If you like it, it's beautiful.
But then don't. If you tell me that, I'll be like, well, I don't like it, because if you like it. So why not say, no, I don't like it.
I don't like it. You're gonna make me say it.
But I mean, just have some integrity, stand by your word, believe in your goals and your dreams, because you're the only one that can really make any of it happen. Nobody else can make your dreams come true.
That's so true. That is so true. Listen, I mean, I didn't know it would be such a pleasure to talk to you again like this. It is an absolute pleasure. I feel it's almost like nostalgic.
Yes.
It really is.
Get together outside of Black Box.
Yeah, we do. It's almost like
so we can get together and do something. I don't know.
Yeah, it's like so nostalgic. And I know whatever sitting here, I'm gonna defer back to this, and I know you're gonna have a book out. You're gonna have stuff all over the country. That's you.
Something is coming. It's time for me to do something great again. It's time.
You're a prophet. When you prophesize something, it's gonna happen, because I know you're a go-getter. So it's a pleasure to know you. You've been an inspiration in my life since the beginning, really. When I met you, from then on, we've always kind of kept in touch. You inspired me to really look at my body.
I love you, Queen.
Yeah, I love you. I had to really look at how I, treated my body, and you really was on me. You ain't no cut cards.
You've done good. I've seen you. You've done good.
I appreciate that. Yeah, I listened to you. Bring your fat ass in here. I remember. You don't play. She don't play, y'all, but she's results. And that's what's important. And she really is on your side. That's what it is having a trainer you trust, that is knowledgeable, but really is in there for your outcome.
Right.
Those are the three things that you want in a trainer. And accountable too. The accountability is important. Yeah. So if you can get those, and results driven, it's on and popping. You'll never forget.
You'll call, guys, because your body will love you for calling me. You'll be happy.
All right, tell the people everything, your email and your phone number, so they can hear verbally.
Awesome.
Tell them.
What? Oh, you said, what did you just say? You said
I said tell them your email.
Okay, 717-515-1892.
Okay.
That's my personal phone, or text me. And then I'll set up an appointment and get you guys down there. So, and it's ladies only, so you can work out. No men. Sorry, guys. Y'all got to go to wherever, Planet Fitness somewhere. Can't come to Bodies Online. Sorry.
And if they want to email you, what's your email?
It's shebodies53@gmail.com.
So is that SHE?
SHEBODIES 53@gmail.com.
All right. So that's Sheritha McKenzie. We are so blessed to have you. Thanks for bringing your genius to the box. We are boxed up and out. Let's get them deuces.
I know, right?
Yes. Peace. Don't go nowhere.